But we did discuss, we were talking about, I was out there with Tony La Russa as well, and just talking about kind of getting together and sitting down and just talking about building a team, about putting something together. And I know from a coaching standpoint, it's one thing, but from a general manager's standpoint, you walk in, you have to make those decisions. And I know at the time it was with Carmelo. He had to make a big decision with Carmelo. And I think that in doing so, he kind of hooked his reins onto Carmelo. And I think the only thing I would just say, the no trade clause that he put in there kind of really
hamstrings the whole team,
locked him into this guy or nothing. And so, obviously it didn't work out, and hopefully they can get it turned around right now. But it's going to be a total rebuild right now.
Well, I'm just glad that they actually gave it to a guy who deserves to run the team. That's Steve Mills, who's been a loyal employee now for the last 4 or 5 years. He's a local guy. He knows all about the Knicks. He played at Princeton. Right. He's a smart guy. He hires this guy, Scott Perry, brings him in. It's not a big deal to me, although I did highlight it's the only team in the NBA that is run at the general manager and president position by 2 African Americans. So the Knicks are at the forefront of that. I think it's a team, a team that really needs to dial it back from the administration style. Like, it's always been about the guy running the team. It's been about Donnie Walsh. It's been about Isaiah Thomas. It's been about Phil Jackson, as opposed to what's happening on the court.
Right.
And I think that Steve Mills will be under the radar. He'll be quiet. He'll be dignified. He'll be bright. He'll make a lot of pretty good decisions. But he's not going to be at the forefront tweeting, which I appreciate. Which I think he's really going to roll up his sleeves, and he's going to go to work with his new general manager. And they seem to be on the same page. And sooner or later, you got to recognize, like I think the Nets did a couple years ago. Look, we ruined our franchise by trading for Paul Pierce and Kevin Garnett. We gave away draft choices that the Celtics are rebuilding their franchise with. And we did that because we were going into a new building. We had to get the fans excited. We had to get our team to the playoffs, and they did it. But now they're paying the price for it, and they go out and they hire a guy by the name of Sean Marks. I'm not sure if you know who he is. So he's the general manager that they got from the San Antonio Spurs. And why wouldn't you take a guy from San Antonio?
Yeah, you're right.
Right, because you talk about
the stable organizations in the NBA.
And Greg Popovich runs it like much like Bill Belichick runs the Patriots.
Right.